Hey folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Lewis Carlin, right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching for the first time, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter at Shooting Up North, Instagram at Alliance PW Network, and feel free to join our Facebook group, the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. So it appears MLW's underground deal with REELZ is wrapping up after 10 weeks, just 10 weeks. So this is a report put out by Fightful.com. I'm going to read it here. It says MLW on Reels is reportedly only lasting a few more weeks. Every Tuesday at 10 p.m., Major League Wrestling airs a new episode of Underground, 10 p.m. EST. Major League Wrestling airs a new episode of Underground on Reels. This has arguably one of the promotion's biggest distribution deals that they've ever had since the company reemerged back in 2017. The show's ratings have been consistent through the first 3 weeks, averaging 83,000 viewers per episode. According to a new report from Variety, MLW Underground is set to wrap up its tenure on Reels after just the 10-week mark. The most recent episode, which aired on February 28th, was the fourth episode of Underground thus far. The news comes after word broke yesterday that Peacock was adding the live Reels feed to their streaming service. For the remainder of MLW's deal with Reels, the live feed will not be available on Peacock at 10 p.m. Mark on Tuesdays due to the service's deal with the WWE. It is currently unknown if MLW Underground will air on a different network after the 10-week period is over. Fightful will provide more updates on the situation when the information is made available. So I know a lot of publicity and a lot of hype went into MLW Underground. I didn't think that this deal with Reels was just going to be for 10 weeks. It's obviously this whole Peacock thing, Peacock adding Reels, the Reels feed to their streaming service, definitely has something to do with MLW ending their run with them after 10 weeks. Of course, Peacock is has a deal with the WWE, so obviously it has something to do with that. But that's disappointing. That's disappointing for MLW. I know they were very excited. I know they pushed it. They hyped it up. MLW Underground on Reels. It was a big deal, and I know a lot of people were talking about it on social media. But it's a shame. It's a shame that after 10 weeks, MLW Underground will be wrapping up. I don't know what week they're up to. Oh, so they're up to the fourth week now. So they only have a few weeks left. So they have 6 weeks left to go, and then they're going to wrap up their tenure on Reels. So what happens is, are we going to see MLW Underground on a different network? I have an idea. Okay. I have an idea. I have an idea for MLW Underground if it's not going to be on Reels after a few more weeks. Here's my idea. Access TV should pick up MLW Underground. MLW, great promotion, great talents on MLW. Access TV should pick up MLW. Then we would have the block of MLW Underground. You could put MLW Underground on Access from 7 to 8, 8 to 10, Impact Wrestling, the flagship show, and then New Japan Pro Wrestling from 10 to 11. That's what that's I'm not gonna say that's what Access TV should do, but that's my idea. I think that would be a great idea. You have MLW on Access TV. They'll get about 80,000, maybe to 120,000 viewers. They'll be on par with Impact Wrestling. Maybe not quite as many. Maybe they'll be a little lower than Impact Wrestling. But it'll be a great lead-in show to Impact Wrestling on Thursdays on Access TV. And once it gets going on Access TV, then we can see some crossover between MLW and Impact Wrestling. We might even have next year the multiverse Impact Wrestling multiverse show could be multiverse MLW versus Impact Wrestling. So we could get some crossover there. We could see Josh Alexander crossing over into MLW, Jacob Fatu maybe challenging Josh Alexander, rematch for the Impact Wrestling World Title. We get Trey Miguel showing up at MLW. We can have Jacob Fatu showing up on Impact Wrestling. We can have MLW stars showing up in Impact Wrestling. So I think it's not that bad of an idea. It's just something I was thinking about. I think it would be terrific for Access TV to have a seven of one. Let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's like a 4 hour block of pro wrestling on Thursdays. I think that would be terrific. I think that would be absolutely terrific. Let me pull up the MLW roster here. I will say that not MLW. I haven't followed the last couple of episodes, but I just want to take a. Oh, you have John Morrison, um, is in MLW. I just want to see pull up what we have in MLW here. Let's pull up the fighters, just so we can have Alexander Hammerstone. Oh, I didn't forget Alexander Hammerstone. I just want to bring him up. Alexander Hammerstone. He could head to Impact Wrestling with the MLW Championship belt, or someone could come to MLW. Say Moose could come and challenge Alexander Hammerstone. We got Eddie Edwards. The possibility is endless. And you have Davey Richards. You have a Davey Richards, Eddie Edwards. They could reunite as a tag team. What else we got? Man, Davy Boy Smith Jr., Mark Billington, Thomas Billington, the New British Bulldogs. You have the Samoan SWAT team that you could possibly come over. So there's a lot of possibilities there. A lot of possibilities. Taya Valkyrie also. You could do a thing with Taya Valkyrie. Taya Valkyrie is the MLW featherweight champion, women's featherweight champion. Is she devoted to Impact Wrestling? Is she devoted to MLW? You can have a little storyline there. So there's a number of possibilities there. Number of possibilities there. Then if MLW was ever to get picked up by Access TV, I think it's a good idea. I think I'd love to see. I mean, if MLW Underground was on Access TV, man, I'd be watching from 7 to 8, and then of course from 8 to 10. I don't watch New Japan Pro Wrestling because I watch it on New Japan Pro Wrestling World. So I've all the matches at the air I've already seen. But that'll be a great 3 hours of Thursday night professional wrestling if Access TV were to ever pick up MLW Underground. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. So if Scott Demore's watching, which he's not. Go for it, man. Go for it. So I think that John Hennigan is the national openweight champion. Johnny Impact. I don't think it's Johnny MLW. I think it's just John Hennigan. John Hennigan here. I think what are you, Johnny Major League? I know he's getting Bloodsport. He's going to be Johnny Bloodsport. Actually, he's taking on Royce Isaacs in Bloodsport. That's going to be a terrific match. But yeah, you get John Hennigan. He can come over, defend the National Openweight Championship, like against Eddie Edwards. Speedball Mike Bailey could head over. Who would be a great opponent for Speedball Mike Bailey? Well, Leo Rush is listed here, but he's not really signed to. Who would be a terrific opponent for Speedball Mike Bailey? Well, I think it might put Mike Bailey against Leo Rush. I think it worked that out. I think that'd be Speedball Mike Bailey against John Hennigan would be a terrific match against Jacob Fatu. Would be great. Alex Kane. Oh, if Alex Kane came over. That would be so there's a lot of possibilities there. And of course Impact Wrestling stars could head over there to MLW as well. So there's a lot of possibilities. If Access TV were to pick up MLW, and I'd be all for it. I think it would be I think Court Bauer would be I can't speak for Court Bauer, but there'd be some interest there, I think. There'd be definitely some interest there if Access TV ever gave him a call and said, "Hey, look, we're interested in bringing on MLW." Again, I think it would be a great idea. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. And Impact Wrestling. I just want to point out to Impact Wrestling before I end this. I want to point out to Impact Wrestling that Myron Reed is still a free agent. What are you waiting for? Sign Myron Reed immediately. He's been a free agent for too long. He's gonna be appearing on AEW Dark or NXT is gonna snatch him up eventually. Incredible talent. Incredible talent. Stop waiting to sign Myron Reed, and please sign him immediately. I'm serious. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that for now. Anything else breaks, I'll be back. But until then, thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye. Stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye bye.